I'm not going to go through this too strongly because I'm just exhausted from the topic, but in being exhausted from it, I want to kind of address it so that I stopped being asked about it, I guess. Before they announced all of the tags and things that the community had been demanding for Twitch, they first announced that day that they had separated the hot tubs and beaches category into its own thing. Basically, they are kind of isolating all the hot tub streamers into one place. That way they can have a dedicated category that they don't run ads on and that they can isolate in other ways. And ultimately, I just find so much of the conversation around it to be problematic and exhausted and whatever. But I want to say that we are seeing a net positive change for Twitch here. And it may not seem like it because it's been such a controversy and so much drama and everything like that. But what we are seeing is two things. First and foremost, I really think their strategy, if they have one at all, is that they're going to, because they can't just kick them off the platform. That would cause way too much backlash and be too problematic and open up to a gamut of other issues. But they also can't fully cater to them because they're not an adult website. And that will, that will hurt their advertising. And that was a big issue, is advertisers aren't going to want to be on a platform that has this content so prevalent. So I think what their strategy is going to be in the short to midterm is to basically isolate the hot tub streamers and then slowly remove features like advertising and front page featuring and all of that, to the extent that it becomes no longer a place that they want to be. That when you remove, it's basically how gentrification, or, the way that cities obnoxiously deal with the homeless or houseless population, which I don't agree with. I'm not saying it's a good thing, but it's that strategy of, if you make the place completely undesirable to be in, then they will go somewhere else. So this is them pulling out the resources and putting up the spike traps or whatever for these hot tub streamers so that they end up getting pushed somewhere else. I don't know that that's the right call, but I think that's what they're doing. But at the same time, the choices that they're being required to make here and the features that they are trying to make are actually beneficial for the platform on the whole. Because one of the issues, and Devin Nash brought this up in one of his talks, but one of the issues that causes the hot tub streamers to affect everyone's advertising revenue and things like that is because Twitch doesn't have a system in place like YouTube does when it comes to advertisers. On YouTube, you can granularly, as an advertiser, pick basically every detail, every living detail of not only the content, but the type of audience you want your ad to be exposed to. That way you can filter out certain audience members, you can filter out certain content and not have your ads run on certain content. Like Disney only advertises on the most family-friendly of family-friendly channels, and that even includes not allowing cuss words in the comments, which is, I try not to cuss much in my content, but I refuse to just filter out all cuss words in comments, because that ain't gonna happen. But they have all this granular control over their advertising platform. Twitch doesn't have that. Twitch just has ads. And so by Twitch being forced to develop this system that isolates specific types of content to move, a group of streamers into one place, they are effectively having to develop this type of more diversified advertising system that isolates different types of content from each other, which will ultimately diversify the platform and allow advertisers to be more involved on Twitch in the long run. So this could actually be a really good change for Twitch with regards to all of the advertising possibilities, because it's been a mess on Twitch, and content separation and discovery possibilities on Twitch in the first place, along with all the tags. Although tags still don't show up in search, which is a huge problem, because you can't actually search for them. And when there's 350 plus new ones, you need to be able to. But there is a lot of good change that could come for the platform from this. And I am very excited to see if they can handle that properly to do so. At the same time, we've now created, as chat has mentioned multiple times here, we've created this really awkward situation where the hot tub category now seems more desirable because of the lack of ads, because people don't want ads running on their streams because they turn away viewers. And so we've seen all sorts of, meme streams going up there of Geralt from The Witcher doing hot tubs, in his hot tub in the bath from the Witcher game, and otters and things like that, which I think is in part, a side effect that contributes towards the let's make it an undesirable place for those streamers, because suddenly you have a lot of the top streams not being the usual hot tub streamers. It's all of these meme streams. But it's it's an interesting strategy. Obviously, as we can see with the DMCA thing, their communication about any of this is a complete train wreck. So we'll see if they pull off any of it. But yeah.